Today we're going to talk of a very fundamental question. Should we correct people or not? Now, trust me, if you were to ask me, I have a whole lot of tales to talk about it. Is it right or wrong to correct someone? Should we or should we not at all do that? If we don't, what will happen? If we do, what will happen? But I'll tell you this in a very, very simple way. So I was talking to this friend of mine and she told me a childhood story of hers and what her father said in that dynamism. And I was like, wow, that is just such a profound way to say something so simple, so beautiful, and such an elegant and funny way yet. So apparently she was giving her dog a bath and the dog kept running away, and she was quite upset, like, why is the dog running away? And then she went and complained to her father, Daddy, look, I've gotten this dog the best of shampoo and it smells so well, and I've done so many things to take care of it so that, it'll have a nice bath. I was trying to give it toys so that it'll enjoy the bath. Still, it keeps running away. I don't know what's wrong with the dog. And her father just looked at her calmly and said, giving the dog a bath is your requirement, not the dog's. When she told me this, I burst out laughing. I thought, wow, what a beautiful sentence to say. Yeah, giving the dog a bath is my requirement, not the dog's. Why would I want the dog to enjoy the bath? No matter what I'm going to put, even if I'm going to give it bath with gold or diamonds, it is still my requirement. It is not what the dog wants. Likewise, as parents, I'm sure we have the best of intentions and we have a lot of things that we want our children to achieve. Study well, do this well. What's wrong with it? I'm a parent. Is it wrong to dream for my kids? No, there's nothing right or wrong. But the part is, does your child want it? You might want 110 things for your child. You might want your child to win a Nobel Prize. Great, if the child wins, great. But is that what the child wants? Not all children want to get a Nobel Prize, right? You might have wanted it, you may have gotten it, you may not have gotten it. That's a different story, but that's your life. When it comes to somebody else's life, I think there's a thin line of difference between telling them, correcting them, versus overdoing it. We can always educate people. Educating is a good thing, but to a limit. I can't say I wake up somebody from the bed, okay, today I have to educate you on this. You know how to fold your blanket? Do you know what you have to do next? No, that's a little too much. Then we're breathing down people's necks. We can't correct somebody to the point of where we make the other person feel that they're all wrong. We can never correct somebody to make them feel that they're not worth it, that they're not confident human beings anymore. We can correct somebody to the point of where we enable them to think that, yes, this is something that if they do is going to be great. But before you correct somebody, the only question to ask yourself is it in line with what they want for themselves? If that is the case, only then do we have the permission to tell something to them, and that too, not in a nagging way, in a kind way, in a way that makes sense to them. So, remember this one point. You might want to give the dog a bath, but is it your requirement or is it the dog's requirement? Once you understand this particular fundamental question, you're never going to force people to become something or to be something unless they want it to for themselves, right? The minute we start forcing people, that's when we lose rapport. That's when the other person feels worthless. That's when so many of us are so qualified and yet not confident at all. That's because we've always had people correcting us. Instead of correcting people, let's start celebrating people's excellence for a change. Let's do that. Not in a fake way. Don't keep on saying, you're so wonderful. You know what? But if you fold the blanket, you'll be even more wonderful. No, we can't do that. Celebrate people's excellence, because truly people are wonderful, and know that it is your requirement, not theirs. The minute it becomes their requirement, what can you do to make sure that somebody else sees the point of what you're trying to say? Then it'll make sense. You be an inspiring example. As I always say, be an inspiring example if you want to inspire others. And even then, if the other person doesn't want to change, maybe it is not in their criteria of life. In which case, we have to learn to let go. That's our next learning. Yes? So make sure you understand dog's requirement, your requirement. Based on that, see what you have to do differently with people whom you love. More so people whom you love, because that's where we backfire the most often. So please do a simple cross-check. What is it that the dog wants? What is that I want? And are we both on the same page, talking about the same thing in the same way, so that we both learn to coexist and respect each other more than anything else. So take care, stay blessed, and wishing you a lot of peace in this 2021. Have a wonderful year ahead. Take care.